Thomas Schmidt's coming to us from his swanky Hollywood hive. Thomas, welcome back to America Trends. Good to have you.
Thank you, Dr. Gina. I'm happy to be here tonight.
Now, we don't have any hairdressers behind you tonight. Why is that?
No, not tonight. Not tonight. Maybe next time.
All right. Well, Thomas, first let's watch the ad that got Franklin Graham to pull his money from Wells Fargo.
Gotcha.
Everyone works hard for a reason. Working together, we can help you prepare financially for when 2 becomes 3. Wells Fargo, together we'll go far.
Thomas, as a Wells Fargo customer and as an proud adoptive mom, I have to tell you I had a whole mix of emotions on this, but I'm curious what your reaction is to that and to Graham's boycott.
I think it's necessary because it's about time that someone took a stand. This is bigger than the lesbian commercial at Wells Fargo.
Okay, wait, Thomas. You think what's necessary? Because I asked you I kind of double asked you a question that wasn't fair. You think the boycott is necessary, you're saying?
I believe that it is necessary for people to begin to stand up and say enough is enough. It's getting a little out of hand, this LGBT under their current leadership. I bank at Wells Fargo too. And you know what's interesting, a lot of times you hear me talk about how gay millennials are ready to assimilate with society and we need to let them. Well, I've been banking there, and about 2 years ago, the little gaggle of gay millennial boys there, they elected me king. And so tonight I am speaking to you as an absolute monarch to my realm, and as a member of a protected class. Anything or anyone who disagrees with me tonight is a bigot. So,
Thomas, I just have to tell you right now, I never know where this show is going to go. When I think I'm going down this road, and all of a sudden, Thomas has me, you know, getting my hair coiffed. You know,
King Thomas I, the little gay boys at Wells Fargo elected me king. And the reason they did that is because they are tired of the labels. They are tired of the boxes. They are tired of the gay box, the black box, the Chinese box. There's only one box, and we're all in it. We're all Americans. And this lesbian commercial, you know, in and of itself, it's not so bad. But here's the thing. You know, you can't have it both ways. And if Wells Fargo and Tiffany's, if they're going to say that they're open-minded and tolerant, then when they have their demographic media content meetings, they have to include Christians too. Because quite frankly, there's more of us than there are of them, and we can surround them. And we like guns.
Okay.
So I would suggest that they pay attention to the Christians too, and not allow this tiny, tiny group, which is like 2% of the country, to kind of shove down people's throats this homosexual agenda that has moved from mere tolerance to an actual full celebration of sodomy, which is demanded under current LGBT leadership. RuPaul hit it right about 2 months ago, maybe a little bit longer, when he said that the LGBT has become like the pigs in Animal Farm, and they will eat themselves out from the inside out. And he's right. RuPaul is right. The LGBT no longer demands tolerance. We're already tolerant, and our society is very tolerant towards homosexuals and transgender people. Now they're demanding a full celebration of sodomy. I was reading today on Hulu, they now have fairy tales for children, where at the end of the fairy tale, and remember, fairy tales are archetypes. There are good lessons within fairy tales. But at the end of the fairy tale, the handsome prince does not end up with the beautiful princess. Instead, he chooses the other handsome prince, because kids deserve stories that represent the full spectrum of human love and experimentation. Well, that's crap, and we know that. And so I don't believe that we should kowtow to the 2% when there are so many more of us Americans who are not you know, hungry for all this lesbian content and gay pride parades and
Well, and
gay
I don't
this and
understand
gay
why
that.
people don't feel like that's patronizing. I feel like it's using a demographic of our society. I feel like it's dividing. We're not talking about equality here. We're saying, you gay people, you need us to pander to you. Like, to me, if I were gay, and obviously I'm not, I would feel a little slapped by it, honestly, especially as a 2% minority. Now, Alfred Kinsey said they were 39%. I don't know how he knew that because there was no such poll in his day, but he thought he knew that. Our viewers, Thomas, have a lot to say about this on social media as well. Joel Emery on Facebook said, boycotting Tiffany and Company for a business decision is every bit as ridiculous as boycotting Hobby Lobby for their decision to provide certain insurance coverage or not. Thomas, what do you think of that? And I need you to go quickly because we're almost out of time. Again, it goes too fast.
I think in the United States of America, everyone has a right to decide where and how to spend their money. And if these companies continue to kowtow to the vocal few from the LGBT who are demanding a full celebration of sodomy, and if people want to withhold money for that, more power to them, because quite frankly, under current LGBT leadership, they deserve this.
It's interesting because there was such a hassle of Tim Tebow for who he was. That wasn't okay. But it's perfectly fine to be Bruce Jenner, you know, now Caitlyn Jenner. It's just like a whole different, I don't know, there's just, everybody's speaking out of two sides of their mouth here. Thomas, thank you so much for being with us. We always appreciate your perspective. Coming up next, we're talking EPA regs that are going to impact your pocketbook. Stay tuned.